we're seeing here is a NetSuite platform. Anyone not familiar with Appficiency and NetSuite, construction accounting is our bread and butter. So for today's conversation, the focus really will be job costing and job cost reporting. And job costing is twofold. It's entering data properly, and it's utilizing an in-depth program like NetSuite or an equivalent that has the checks and balances to automate the job cost reports, to provide accuracy, and to eliminate double entry. So what I'm going to do now is jump into what I call our executive dashboard. And this will give everyone some perspective on our job cost capabilities. So this is what you get in the end, provided that data is entered properly and it is checked and balanced. So this is really the end result to give everyone a feel for what a system like Appficiency and NetSuite can provide. So the thought behind our dashboard is you can start at a very summarized level. So we can see how are we doing overall as a company. And then you can drill down into greater detail, right? So in my example here with my dashboard, you can see I'm running at about, $1.5 million in total contract across my jobs and contracts. We're also able to see estimated versus actual costs, as well as estimated versus actual gross profit. And one of the great things about Appficiency's data model in NetSuite is you have the ability to leverage all the great reporting tools it has to offer. And so you can report on any data point in the system and surface that into a visualization like you see here, whether that's KPI meters to track your change orders, or if you want to compare your metrics across multiple different time periods, like your estimated gross profit, billed invoice versus total contract value, you have the ability to do so because all that data lives within one platform. And so you can lay out your data however you see fit. If a user wants to see the data laid out in a report format, you can come down to this report here, and this is an example of the WIP schedule. Right now in NetSuite, there's a few different versions of the WIP report. This is a pretty simple one that's built into our dashboard, but in any event, it's an automated WIP. The percentage of completion, the over/under billing calculation, this truly is our backbone. Getting our WIP reports automatically generated. Now, from my WIP, any job you want to look into further, right, I can click into that specific project and it drills down into a summary for that specific job. So now you have a project-specific dashboard, and these charts are specific to this project. This is my project, Thornhill Park Estate. If I scroll down, now I have visualizations for my total contract value, my profit to date, what my cost trends are, percent complete, and these are just examples. So these are all numbers for that single job that we clicked into. And then from here, any of these subtabs, you can continue to drill down further into different reporting layers. Now, out of the box with our job costing product, you can track up to 16 different metrics, right? So everything from your revenue budget, your original cost budget, change order budget, subcontract orders, actual costs, and so on. And there's flexibility on where we can derive those values from. And so all these numbers are updating automatically as day-to-day transactions are being entered and tagged to the project. So in this example, I have an estimated cost budget of $264,000 and some change, and I'm sitting at a current actual cost for this job of just over $2,000, right? If I scroll down, right, we have multiple different reporting layers to give you visibility into how you're tracking across that job. If I click into my job costing tag here, I can see a breakdown of various monthly periods for that estimated versus actual costs. Right? And these are just examples of some of the reports that come out of the box with our solution. I also have the ability to break down my project data by cost type. Oftentimes in construction, we have our four main cost types or cost classes, as some people refer to them as: your labor, your equipment, your material, and your subcontractors, right? And so now with accuracy of information, it all depends on what's entered on the front end to make sure that these numbers, like you see here, are going to the right place. And so labor in NetSuite, for example, that's populated by way of payroll journal entries or time cards. Material, that can be entered by way of AP entry, vendor invoice. And for those that do inventory, doing inventory transfers to expense to the job. So these estimated cost values are all pulling from the estimate and or job setup, right? But at the end of the day, right? This is the end product, this dashboard that we see here and the various reports that come out of the box with our solution, right? So this is the job cost automation, the reports that are automatically generated like what are on this dashboard. So this is the system that is linking all of your related project information into a single place, so you have control and visibility across all your projects and can streamline your project accounting and project operations.